These are the most ridiculously tasty Japanese sauces in the universe. Quick and easy to make and used to cook some of the simplest yet tastiest dishes you've ever seen. Like this oven-grilled salmon or these glistening, shiny chicken thighs. But before we get to those, let's make the multifunctional, mind-bendingly delicious, born in ancient times, Teriyaki, traditionally from Kyoto, also known as sweet miso glaze. Made popular by Nobu Matsuhisa. It only takes 4 ingredients, 3 of which are special. Miso, one of the core ingredients in Japanese cuisine. Made by fermenting moldy rice called koji with steamed soybeans and salt. The result is a natural umami-rich paste, used to give you free miso soup. But more importantly, the type we want is called shiro miso, also known as white miso, which is sweeter and milder than the dark one you see here, called akamiso, or red miso, which can be used but the flavor is a bit more intense. Good for meat dishes, but a bit rough for delicate fish. Next we have another koji-based ingredient called sake, which a fool might call a rice wine, but it's not quite that simple. Sake is a labor of love. It's made with that same moldy rice, more polished steamed rice, and a very special yeast trained like a sailor to withstand higher alcohol, all fermented into a delicious and truly unique alcoholic beverage. You don't need an expensive sake, but you do need a drinkable, real one. If you really live somewhere remote and have a dry white wine, then use that. But close your eyes and don't tell anyone. Next is mirin, a Japanese sweet alcoholic drink made from rice koji, glutinous, gluten-free rice, and a 40% proof spirit called shochu. Lastly, we have some sugar. White, brown, whatever makes you happy. This is the Nobu edition and balances the marinade to be sweet, salty, and umami, although you can reduce or leave out the sugar to your liking. Into a saucepan goes 50 ml of sake, 50 ml of mirin, 150 grams or half a cup of miso paste, followed by 75 grams or 1/3 of a cup of sugar of your choice. Warm this up while whisking, but don't let it boil. Boiling the sauce will dull the flavor. Place it into a container and store it in the fridge. It'll happily live there for months, stored airtight. You use it by marinating any protein, like fish, for 30 minutes or up to 6 hours, then roasting it on high in the oven until cooked, but not burnt. We made a dedicated video showing you exactly the ins and outs of that process, coming out in a few days. For now though, we look at the famous teriyaki, but not the Seattle teriyaki you all know, although I'll show you that just because I'm mostly nice. But firstly, the original Shizu Tsuji teriyaki from Osaka, an easy concoction consisting of 90 grams or 5 tablespoons of dark soy sauce, 85 grams or 5 tablespoons of mirin, 75 grams or 5 tablespoons of sake, and 9 grams or 3/4 tablespoons of white sugar. Bring that up to a boil and cool it down. You can store it in the fridge for many months. Then use it whenever you want to make a stir fry, or this classic chicken teriyaki, which is out later this week, also requiring its own video to show you the little details of how to cook with real teriyaki at home. Now that you know how real teriyaki looks, let's look at the fake one you thought was real all those years. Into a saucepan goes 60 grams or 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 45 grams or 1/5 of a cup of brown sugar, 20 grams or 1.5 tablespoons of mirin, and 1 gram or half a teaspoon of ground ginger. Then 50 grams or 1/5 of a cup of water, mixed with 9 grams or 3 teaspoons of cornstarch. Make a slurry and whisk it into the liquid. Slowly bring to a boil while whisking. As soon as the sauce has thickened, remove it from the heat. You now have yourself a trashy but tasty Seattle teriyaki, thick, shiny, and ready for a stir fry or a few beef skewers. Store in the fridge and use it whenever you like. But before you do that, and most importantly, go live a happy life.